Namaste, my name is Vivekanand. People call me Vivek. I believe in living a simple life. I believe in thinking differently. I am proud to share my belief with Steve Jobs and Leonardo da Vinci, who said, "Simplicity is the ultimate in sophistication." I aim to bring time-tested wisdom and happiness together into your business and life by unifying, simplifying, amplifying simple technology and tools. I achieve this by developing software solutions as necessary. Today, in this video, I shall talk about website courses, a joint venture between Wake Technology and Workstyle Lifestyle Consulting. I shall cover three parts today. Why create a course, how we created it, and what would a course like that look? It is always important to answer the why question before we commit resources such as time, effort, and money. We want a training course which makes visitors come back to our website again and again, be there for a long time, and of course, you want that too. Typically, creating a training course is hard and stressful. In most cases, you end up building your training program on a service provider's website. Examples include Udemy, Kajabi, Thinkific, Teachable, Coursecraft, etc. etc. Typically, you subscribe to their service, they provide you the building tools and the hosting facilities for creating your courses. This also means you have to learn how to use their platform, and then you put your course together into that platform. But in the long run, this may not be feasible for you because you may not be trying to become a full-time training business, and you may not have time to learn how to use a completely new package. Your main reason for creating training program may be that you want to establish yourself as an authority in your field of expertise, but training itself may not be your major focus. It is also very important to note that these service providers may change their terms of service any time, and your course that is built on their platforms may not be easily portable to other platforms. If you create a single document which contains all of your material and make it available to those who want to buy it, say as a PDF file, you are sure they will download it, but are you sure they actually read all of it? I don't know about you, but I have often paid for courses which simply give me a big PDF file. I start reading it, then I find that I have other things to do. And so I would tell myself that I'll come back to this PDF file later on. But then in reality, I hardly ever get to read the rest of it. This is because a PDF file on its own would not provide any means for me to make sure that I have understood the concepts and ideas before attempting the subsequent concepts and ideas. When I have doubts or questions, in most cases, I would be required to raise a support query. This usually involves filling in all the details, context, etc. to explain my problem to them. Now, if the reply from the support department is a copy-paste from their standard documentation and does not solve my problem, I would probably get frustrated and after a few attempts, give up. This means the PDF remains unread. Now, here is the major problem. If this happens, then your aim of establishing yourself as an authority in your field of expertise will not be accomplished. The person who bought your PDF file will not come back to your website. There must be a much simpler and better way. We have devised a unique way of delivering the course which addresses this problem. Now, let us look at how we achieved it. Let me talk about how we created the course. The key is to make sure that the student learns in small chunks and will endeavor to the next chunk only after learning that chunk fully. All course content is contained in Google Docs. One doc for each module or chapter. All formatting and most visuals are taken care of in these docs. We choose Google Docs because you probably already have most of the course content in notes and documents. This can be easily copied and pasted into the Google Doc. In almost every case, you can also import content directly from your Microsoft Word documents, all in one go. Google Forms take care of initial course registration as well as verifying that the student has understood every module. For this reason, there is one Google form for each module or each chapter. These forms contain questions that test whether the student has understood the concepts and ideas. The forms also provide a means for the student to raise their own questions back to the instructor so that they can be addressed in a timely manner. Submission by the student triggers emails to the student about the next module as well as notification to the course provider so that adequate and timely follow-up is possible when necessary. This particular aspect makes sure that the student remains engaged in the learning process while providing a mechanism to ask questions back to the course provider. Video instructions, when necessary, can be in YouTube videos. All these are brought together and presented on web pages that would be available for students. Students need to answer a few questions after going through each module. These questions are presented in a form. When the student submits the form with their answers, a sophisticated email system is triggered which keeps both the students and the instructor engaged in the training process. The student is then given access to the next module. Let me show what the course looks like. Here, let me show the website that we developed. I will show you the landing page and also an example module to show you how it all looks. This is the new website. Let me scroll down and show it to you. Now let me show you the landing page. This is the landing page. Notice the description, course objectives, a bit about ourselves, course designers, and most importantly, the PayPal and Stripe buttons. Now, as an example, let me show you an example module. This page has images, a video, and step-by-step instructions. Let me just remind you what I have shown you. I showed you the website, I showed you the landing page, I also showed you the example module. Now that I have shown you the website, I am sure you would want to check out our website. I am sure you will want to make use of the discounted price, which is time limited. The URL is simple enough: websiteforcourses.com. That brings us to the end of this presentation. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you found this helpful. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscription is free, and hit the bell icon so that you can customize the notifications you get from my channel. Thank you for being with me today. Hope it has been helpful. Namaste.